Hello and welcome to Formula 1 round 16 here at the Singapore Grand Prix. Right, we're going to listen to Kevin Wilson after during the formation lap. So yeah, enjoy the video and then enjoy the music.
Here we go then, it's Formula 1 in Marina Bay once again, and welcome to all of you at home who join us today for this fascinating race around the baking hot, horribly humid, but very beautiful streets of Singapore. The Marina Bay Street Circuit then has 23 corners, 13 to the left and 10 to the right, taking us a total of 3.1 miles around the landmarks of downtown Singapore. An average lap speed around here, just 107 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Let's have a chat about McLaren. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Perez, Carlos Sainz and Leclerc, Norris, Gasly, Lee and Lance Stroll, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel and Russell, Ocon, Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi and Mick Schumacher, Latifi and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
I'll do 5. I'll drop that down by that. I'm expecting a safety car. Right, let's start Kevin Wilson then, and then yeah, we'll start the formation lap.
She said thank you for the brand new super duper dildo. You say that it's the biggest one.
Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
So bend over and take it like a man. She said bend over and take it like a man. Let's share the pleasure, darling. Let me show how much I care. So spread those hairy butt cheeks in the air and bend over and take it like a man. She said gonna thank you with the brand new super duper dildo. With you tied spread eagle face down on the bed. And I bolted it onto the Black & Decker.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
And bend over and take it like a man. She said bend over and take it like a man. Let's share the pleasure, darling. Let me show how much I care. So spread those hairy butt cheeks in the air and bend over and take it like a man. She said so thank you for the brand new super duper dildo. As she dumped it in the jar beside the bed. Was that KY gel or chili sauce? I could not give a damn. Just bend over and take it like a man. She said bend over and take it like a man.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Show how much I care. So spread those hairy butt cheeks in the air and bend over and take it like a man. Just bend over and take it like a man.
How lucky can a young bloke get? At least that's what I thought at the time. I'd only just turned 18. She was 39. But if that's the stuff that dreams are made of, be careful what you wish for, son. What seems like a dream's a fucking nightmare now should have never fucked me girlfriend's mum. I called around to the house, but my girlfriend was out when a yummy mummy answered the door. She was on me like a cougar, ripping me gear off. We were fucking before we hit the floor. She was clawing and biting, was a fucking a fighting, but the more I fought, the hotter she got. And the tricks that she taught this kid about rooting, and the tricks that she taught to me cock. Oh, she was going off like a frog in a sock, screaming, fuck me hardy, you cunt. And the things that cougar taught me spoiled me, cause now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. Now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. She was licking my dick like it was gonna come money. She was kinky, depraved, and then some. And as I approached the vinegar stroke, I felt a fingernail circling me bum. At first it just froze me, fucking eyes bulged and me freckle blurted, what's going on? And I knew for that moment life would never be normal, cause now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. Ah, she was going off like a frog in a sock, screaming, fuck me hardy, I can't. And the things that cougar taught me spoiled me, cause now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. Oh, now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. She showed me whips and chains and ropes and restraints. She gave me golden showers as well. Oral and anal, you fucking name it. She was lonely, I could just tell. She taught me Kama Sutra cover to cover and the things that she done with her tongue. She taught me shit I didn't really want to know, cause now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. Oh, she was going off like a frog in a sock, screaming, fuck me hardy, you cunt. And the things that cougar taught me spoiled me, cause now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. Now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. Oh, she was going off like a frog in a sock, screaming, fuck me hardy, you cunt. And the things that cougar taught me spoiled me, cause now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. Oh, now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum. Now I can't come unless there's a thumb in me bum.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Gotta get a job, get a real good job, gotta get an apprenticeship, son. That's what the old man told me, he said you'll thank me when you're done. Yeah, it's all right for him, the lazy old prick, he's never had a job in his life. And he's never been a fucking apprentice, and he don't know what it's like when they pull me pants down round me ankles, shave me pubic hair, grease me balls and bowls some oil and chain me to a chair. Hoist me up on the workshop roof, then turn the fire hose on. He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun. What is he? He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun. Then a it's off to the store with an order form for a bucket of welding sparks, and a left-handed hammer and a corkscrew spanner and a sheet of broken glass, and a can of stripe paint to paint the skyhook to hang me push bike on. He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun. Then it's off to the office in me underpants for a dip in the typing pool. And see if they've got some plastic wrap for a female fattening tool. Or a beef curtain burger with cheese and sauce and a randy tart for lunch. He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun. That's why they pull me pants down round me ankles, shave me pubic hair, grease me balls with old sump oil and chain me to a chair. Hoist me up on the workshop roof and turn the fire hose on. He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun. What is he? He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun. Someone shit me sandwich box, pissed in me thermos flask, singed me eyebrows off with an oxy torch, stuck an air hose up me arse, flushed me head down the dunny when they wanted, pierced me ear with a rivet gun. He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun. Yeah, I'm only the apprentice, so I'll put up with all this shit. And I'll get through this apprenticeship if these arseholes let me live. And I can hardly wait for the day till I'm a tradesman too. And I'll get me a fucking apprentice, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull his pants down round his ankles, shave his pubic hair, grease his balls with old sump oil.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Hoist him up on the workshop roof, then turn the fire hose on. He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun. What is he? He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun. Big finish! He's only the apprentice and we're only having fun.
Push now. We're boxing this lap. You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind, 1 second.
And his mum had started popping pills. She was climbing up the wall. So when he asked her could he go across the building side and play, she just popped another pill and just said, don't get in the way. So he chucked his little toolbox in his billy cart and left.
Some information on Russell. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
She needed all the help she could to cope with holidays, but the pills and powders weren't enough when he got back from play and said, I want to be a fucking builder when I grow up. Hey, Mum, we build fucking houses everywhere, millions of the cunts. A bricky or a chippy, hey, Mum, I don't give a fuck. I just want to be a fucking builder when I grow up. It seemed the sawn-off shit had listened to the builders while they worked. He'd remembered everything, word for fucking word. And his shell-shock mum just sat there as he went on to explain how some wanker lost a fucking plan, bent down the cunts again, and how some dickhead missed a fucking nail and hit his fucking thumb. And how they shaved the Mickey whisker off the door to close the cunt. And his voice was so excited, best fun he'd ever had. And can I go back tomorrow, Mum? Can't wait till I tell Dad how I want to be a fucking builder when I grow up. And build fucking houses everywhere, millions of the cunts. A bricky or a chippy, really, I don't give a fuck. I just want to be a fucking builder when I grow up. His mum was scoffing scotch and Serafax and propped against the fridge, and when his dad got home she dribbled, tell your father what you said. So the young bloke give his dad a serve.
Go. You'll be racing on the exit. Go now.
His old man turned fucking purple and his old
Look
body
after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Go and get a switch! The young bloke shook his head and said, no way, mate, I've knocked off. Anyhow, you can go and get rooted, because that's the fucking electrician's job. Fucking winker, because I want to be a fucking builder when I grow up. And they'll fucking first time he'd ever had shoes on. Very first day at school. And the sweet young teacher straight from college, her first day there too. His mum and Miss Brown chatted about living out there in the scrub and how he'd grown up with the shearers and how he'd done it pretty rough. But he could cull and crutch and dip and dag, though he was only 6. But I think it's best to warn you, she said. He swears a little bit. I'll keep me eye on him, Miss Brown promised. He can be my helping hand. And I'm sure we'll be the best of friends. Now won't we, little man? He didn't even raise his eyes. He just bit his bottom lip and shuffled sand with his new shoes and said, I don't give a shit. Now, she said, if you don't swear, I'll let you ring the bell. He said, you're supposed to be the fucking gum. Go ring the cunt yourself. And tell me what time's fucking smoko? What time do we knock off? And I'm busting for a fucking shit, so where's the thunderbox? And do we get our daily rolly weed and 6 cold cans of piss? And can any bastard tell me whose fucking show is this?
Okay, gap ahead is 9.0 seconds.
She knelt down next to him and sweetly smiled and softly whispered, we'd better start again, because you must learn not to swear like that, because it's against the rules. He said, well, stick your rules and stick your shoes and stick your fucking school. But she just grit her teeth and forced a smile and didn't let it show. She just said, let's both go on the veranda and we'll have another go. Now, if you stand here beside me, you can help me call the children up. He said, you don't need me to help you. What you need's a fucking nut. But again, it just bounced off her and she let his comment pass. That'd have been me, I would have kicked that midget mongrel up the arse. But she said, now listen carefully, boys and girls, and please don't make a sound. You fucking tell 'em, lady. Come you bastards, get around and find out what time's fucking smoko. What time do we knock off? And if you're busting for a fucking shit, where to find the thunderbox? And do we get our daily rolly weed and 6 cold cans of piss? And can any bastard tell me whose fucking show is this? The kid had turned that school ride on its ear, and come recess time, 2 teachers had fucking heart attacks and another 6 resigned. But through the barrage and the bedlam, Miss Brown just kept her cool and just ignored that little arsehole that was trying to wreck the school. The head said, just hide here in the staff room until things settle down. It's really quite a lovely school. You'll get to like it here, Miss Brown. But back outside there in the schoolyard, things were getting pretty hot. The little cunt had formed a union and signed all the other mongrels up. Because he'd learned proper from the shearers and remembered what they'd taught. He promised 1 day on and 3 days off, and if it rained, don't come at all. But meanwhile, back there in the building, the staff were shitting broken glass. As the little sawn-off savages started chanting their demands, they said, oi, what time's fucking smoko? What time do we knock off? And if we're busting for a fucking shit, where's the thunderbox? And do we get our daily rolly weed and 6 cold cans of piss? And can any bastard tell us whose fucking show is this? The shit-scared head just shook and trembled as he sobbed, stick with me, staff, as one by one those left behind up and bolted for their cars. And they knew the head had gone tattars and his spring had finally sprung when he pissed and shit his dacks and started screaming for his mum. Then Miss Brown volunteered and said, I know I'm only new, but I spent my life around shearing sheds. I'll see what I can do, because my brothers are all shearers.
Perez has just posted the fastest lap of the race.
So I'll go out there if you like and try and sort the problem out. She ducked and weaved and sidestepped as she
You're losing a
walked
small
across
amount
the
of
yard.
time to the car behind. Keep
Straight
pushing.
up to the little cunt, drinking rum and playing cards. And when she decked him with a 4x2, the whole school stopped and gawked. And she said, listen here, you little cunt, we need to fucking talk. Because there ain't no fucking smoko. I'll say when we knock off. And I'll tell you when to fucking sit too, because I'm the fucking boss. And forget your fucking rolly weed, you'll get fuck all here for free. And if you want to know who runs this show, fucking me! Can't get around, you little cunt. Get in line. Right up, inside, go on. Get around. You sit right up the fucking front so I can keep my fucking eye on you. the sparkle on his chrome. The reason why that tough old trucker always turned his rig for home. This bloke could change a tyre between his teeth, balance 10 wheel nuts on his dick, but at the risk of being called a big sissy, named his trucker for his kid. That kid idolised his dad as well, he loved that giant to bits. In spite of the fact his back is massive, like the cat that he got for Christmas. But his kid's little mate was sleeping over tonight. His dad's a truckie too. And the prayer they said beside their bed would tear the heart right out of you. When he said, I want a big rig like Daddy's got. I want a big rig like his. So dear sweet baby Jesus, when I'm grown up and I'm big, I want to burn rubber like my old man. I want a big red rig like his. 10-4 Jesus, over and out. See ya, the truckie's kid. And they loved it too, and he took their hands and shook their hands goodnight. And that big old trucker was as light as a feather as he turned to turn out the light. Then he went to the fridge and grabbed a beer and kicked his work boots off. Sat back and squeezed his old lady's tip and thought, there really is a God. Then he heard a noise from the young bloke room, so he went up and peeked inside.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
His singlet stretched with pride, because there was his kid at the end of his bed, grabbing an imaginary wheel, shuffling the gears and pumping the air brakes. Imagine how it must have made him
Mick is
feel.
coming in for his stop.
I want a big rig like Daddy's got. I want a big rig like his. So dear sweet baby Jesus, when I'm proud up and I'm big, I want to burn rubber like my old man. I want a big red rig like his. 10-4 Jesus, over and out. See ya, the truckie's kid. Calm little buddy, got to shut her all down. Got to get a little shut-eye in. And where's the little mate? And the voice from the cupboard said, here I am. Then out from the cupboard stepped the other little bugger, cuddling his son's teddy bear. So the trucker picked him up and he gave him a hug and said, now what are you doing in there? Well, I knew he'd be away for a while in the States, so I waited till he pulled out of sight. Then I sneaked out of bed and grabbed a hold of his teddy and crawled into the cupboard to hide. And I was about to poke the stuffing out of it, like me daddy does all the time. Call round your house whenever you're away and fuck the arse off your missus while you're gone. So let us pray. I want a big rig like Daddy's got. I want a big rig
The
like
side pods
his.
have taken damage. Keep an eye on your engine temperature. Cooling may be adversely affected.
I want to burn rubber like my old man. I want a big red rig like his. 10-4 Jesus, over and out. See ya, the truckie's kid. 10-4 Jesus, over and out. See ya, the truckie's kid.
Gap to car in front is 8.3 seconds.
Every time we went, so I asked him what his secret was, and this is what he said. Stick a potato down your babies, yeah, that'll get him in. Shove a spud inside your dubs whenever you go for a swim. Just pop a Murphy down your surface, son, and you'll be in like Flynn with a potato down your baby. Yeah, that'll get him in. So I pissed off out the turnstiles and shot down the veggie store.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Would have weighed half a pound or more. When I shoved it down me baby, just like me brother said, then there's Randy little rooster straight back again. With a potato down me baby, yeah, that'll get him in. You use Murphy down me service. Now bring on all the women, cause with it swinging in the breeze, I reckon I'd be in like Flynn with a potato down me baby. favours. Yeah, that'll get 'em in.
You've taken damage to the side pods. Expect to feel a little drag.
I had no idea my brother's plan was as good as that. Because when them Sheilers seen it hanging there, it stopped them in their tracks because it was bulging like a basket. So I struck it by the pool, but I just grabbed it, squeezed it, winked and said, "Hey, check me out, I'm cool." With a potato down me babies, yeah, that'll get 'em in. A whopping nervy down me service. Hey girls, pop a load of this. With that spud shoved down me dud, I thought that I was in like Flynn with a potato down me babies. Yeah, that'll get 'em in. Eyes were popping out like golf balls as the Sheila stopped and stared, and the blokes up in the grandstand all whistle, clapped and cheered. But me brother weren't too happy when he found out what I'd done. He said, "You fucking little wank, you're supposed to stick it down the front." Jesus, now look what's happened. Fuck you, all the sailors are shot through, and I'll never face me mates again. Fucking thanks to you. I ought to duck you, fuck you, drown you. Bring your fucking neck, 'cause that potato down your babies is supposed to be your dick. Yeah, that potato down your babies is supposed to be your dick. Around the front, not around the back. How fucking stupid can you get? You've got it hanging in your posses like a fucking lump of shit. That potato down your babies is supposed to be your dick. Latest buzzword buzzing round seems to be me too.
The underbody's taken a little damage. Watch out for it.
About sexual harassment, well, it's happened to me too. Fucking heaps of times, but mostly by myself.
The gap to the car ahead is 11.0 seconds. We're leading our teammate by 21.3 seconds.
The living daylights out of him. Unwanted sexual advances, maybe yes, maybe not. Because I wanted it all right, but I'm not dogging myself in. Instead, I'm gonna start a movement called DIY Me Too. After years and years of self-inflicted sexual abuse, not only am I a victim,
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
So I'm gonna start a movement called DIY Me Too. To the point now where I just can't trust myself. But at the same time, I can't wait to be alone. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. I'm frightened yet excited. Can't take a shit or shower without romancing the bone. Is it bragging or complaining? Is it my personal best or worst? My room's jack-off central, but a crime scene as well. So should I send myself some flowers or a subscription to a new porn site? Or sue myself for a drum of KY gel? I'm confused, so I'm gonna start a movement called DIY Me Too. After years and years of self-inflicted sexual abuse, not only am I a victim, I'm the perpetrator too. So I'm gonna start a movement called DIY Me Too. I'm gonna start a movement called DIY Me Too. After years and years of self-inflicted sexual abuse, not only am I a victim, I'm the
We're looking at some gearbox wear. Try to keep your number of shifts to a minimum. This is your final lap of the race.
I'm gonna start a movement called DIY Me Too. If it's political, it ain't correct. Those two words don't fucking
Right,
fit.
we've looked
So
at the
I wrote a little
gearbox
PC
issue, but I'm
pushback
afraid there's
song
nothing
that
we
I'd
can
love
do.
for you to sing. While we flip them PC pricks the finger singing F-U-P-C. Fuck you, political correctness, F-U-P-C. You cripple and free thinking and you strangle and free speech. The world's flipping you the finger, don't give a rat's ass what you think. Fuck you, political correctness, F-U-P-C. Flip and sing. Fuck you, political correctness, F-U-P-C. I learned that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt. Armed with that and a dilly-gap attitude, my world just seemed to work. But them precious PC snowflakes take offence to everything we say. Millennial dyslexics, they read everything round the wrong fucking way. So I say, fuck you, political correctness, F-U-P-C. You cripple and free thinking and you strangle and free speech. The world's flipping you the finger, don't give a rat's ass what you think. Fuck
We
you,
think the
political
underbodies incurred
correctness,
some slight damage, but nothing too serious.
Flip and sing. Fuck you, political correctness, F-U-P-C.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Trying to convince us now you can pick up a dog shit by the cleaner stand.
Our gap to the
Don't want
car
us
in
to
front
have an
is
opinion. Can't say
17.0
now what you
seconds.
see. You know what I see? A bunch of fragile soft-cock fucktards. F-U-P-C. Fuck you, political correctness. F-U-P-C. You cripple and free thinking and you strangle and free speech. The world's flipping you the finger, don't give a rat's ass what you think. So fuck you, political correctness, F-U-P-C. Flip 'em one for their dog. Fuck you, political correctness.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it
One for
home.
the horse they rode in on. Fuck you, political correctness, F-U-P-C.
What a great race it's been. Another classic Singapore Grand Prix, and they've held on to take the checkered flag here today. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars
I'm the
combined
sort of
with
bloke
tyres
that'd
at
like
just
to
the right
think that if I
temperature.
could go
And the
back
driver
in
did a
time,
great job managing that
Banjo
as well.
and
It
Henry
just
and
looks
even
so
Ned
comfortable
Kelly
out
would all
there.
be
It's
good
like
mates of
anything,
mine.
it always looks so easy when it all just
Because
clicks.
they're piss pots, poets and outlaws, and I can relate to that. And I can relate to their attitude too, in a word,
Drivers are en route to the
dilly-gap.
podium as we speak. What a
That's spelled
fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed
D-I-L-L-I-G-A-F,
exceptionally today,
dilly-gap.
keeping
And
us
this is what it
firmly on the
means.
edge of our seats throughout
Do
the
I look
entirety of the
like I
race.
give a fuck?
Congratulations to
Dilly-gap.
everyone at the team.
Am I being direct enough, dilly-gap? It's just another way of saying I couldn't give a fucking rat's ass, mate. And do I look like I give a fuck, dilly-gap? Your turn. Do I look like I give a fuck, dilly-gap? You see, it's stress relief made easy. It's simple and it works. Just say dilly-gap
Max
next
Verstappen
time
should
you
be
got to
pleased
deal
with his
with big-ass
performance,
wankers
making
and
gains
jerks.
at the top of the table. Some
And when
amazing
you go
talents
out,
out on the
stick a
track
dilly
today.
gap on your
But Anthony,
t-shirt or
who
your
would you
hat.
pick as your driver
And
of
when
the
some
day?
cunt's
Nicholas
giving you the
Latifi
shit,
gets
just
my
say,
vote
mate,
today.
It's time to see
read
how things
that.
are shaping up in the
That
Constructors'
spells
Championship. Red Bull pull further ahead in the standings.
D-I-L-L-I-G-A-F, dilly
Well,
gap.
Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing.
Do I look
Thanks to everyone
like
who
I
joined
give
us,
a fuck,
and we'll see you
dilly
for the
gap?
next one.
Am I being direct enough, dilly gap? Just another way of saying I couldn't give a fucking rat's ass, mate. And do I look like I give a fuck, dilly gap? Your turn. Do I look like I give a fuck, dilly gap? Do it again. Do I look like I give a fuck, dilly gap? Am I politically correct enough? Dilly gap. Just another way of saying I couldn't give a rodent's rectum, mate. And do I look like I give a fuck, dilly gap? Your turn. Do I look like I give a fuck, dilly gap? Big finish. Do I look like I give a fuck, dilly gap? common sense ain't that common anymore. Seems common sense is past tense, just like the dinosaur. Political correctness has got a lot to answer for, 'cause common sense ain't that common anymore. Political correctness, what a crock of shit. If it's political, it ain't correct. Those two words don't fucking fit. Nor do military intelligence, friendly fire and holy war. But common sense ain't that common anymore. Words made up by academic fuckwits who hide in little fart-filled rooms, throwing random words together 'cause they got fuck all else to do. Starts out as yuppie jargon, ends up fucking law, 'cause common sense ain't that common anymore. Common sense ain't that common anymore. Seems common sense is past tense, just like the dinosaur. Political correctness has got a lot to answer for, 'cause common sense ain't that common anymore. Words like illegal immigrant, is that a fucked up double or what? If you're an immigrant, g'day and welcome. If you're illegal, fuck off. And who's them low-life toe rags letting them sneak through our back door? 'Cause common sense ain't that common anymore.
Right, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications, and Japan will be tomorrow. And until then, I will see you all again. Goodbye.